Well, if there's one thing the Corona cannot stop, it's the Titanic and Boat Week on the RC Sailors. Yeah, I had to do some kind of intro. That's what we got. So yeah, we're gonna do the Titanic on our channel today. Believe it or not, this thing is heavy too for an RC boat. I don't know if they designed it to float or to sink. This ought to be an interesting way to kick off Boat Week. It's so good that we already have some bystanders checking it out. We won't show you guys on camera, but this hobby always brings more people together, and that's what we love. There are a few small things that came in as an issue. The pole has snapped on the back here. We're just gonna let that dangle. It should look a lot like the front, but if I'm right, we should have lights.
What?
Yes, so they're hard
Where?
to see. But
Oh,
there
I see.
are lights inside, which is super awesome.
That's
it
hilarious.
Looks really good. We've got brass propellers. It's a good looking boat. If you're interested in this, if nothing else, maybe it looks good on display and you never drive it, we'll have it linked in the description box below. It's a pretty reasonable price, honestly. And today we're at the lake. We're just gonna have a little bit of fun. And I know everyone is anxiously awaiting to see if this is going to float or sink.
Well, there's no icebergs today, so we might be okay.
There are bass going by.
And lily pads.
And keep in mind, this is Boat Week on our channel, so if you're new to the channel, be sure to hit subscribe, smash the notification bell, and stay tuned, because at the end of the week, Abby and I will have done at least 5 or 6 boats, and we'll each let you know what our personal favorites are and where your money is best spent.
Now, Nate, you know that I'm a big fan of the Titanic.
This is probably going to be your favorite.
So,
you should mate in this
thank you.
boat. We need a tiny bottle of grape juice, chow, or champagne to kick this off, but we don't have it, so how about a lily pad or two? You ready?
What?
I don't know. Moment of truth. Gonna get in a little sideways here.
This is like the longest boat we've ever had on the channel.
By far. And she floats, at least for day one.
Yeah,
absolutely, absolutely. Give him a nice shot there, Abby. You know you've got a good boat when people want to take pictures of it. I think that helps. Now, one thing I noticed, this has a rudder, a usable rudder on the back. Although there are 3 props, I would have thought that the main center prop, yeah, I think it needs to be slow. Abby says that's full throttle, guys. So I would have thought with having 3 props, you would get one prop on one side to spin a bit faster than the other, and that's how you would drive it. But this has an actual usable rudder. Really nice quality, honestly. And that's full throttle, right? We've got music playing in the background. Don't do that. Copyright, copyright. Well, Abby, your maiden is doing much better than the real Titanic.
All right, let me know in the comments. Was there enough room for Jack? Should Rose have let Jack on the door? I think there was enough room. Oh no, I'm gonna hit.
Abby, you gotta pay attention. No icebergs, but there is a stump there. Okay.
That was so funny.
You've
so I
got
have throttle trim and steering trim. Throttle trim would not make it go faster though, right, Nate?
Shouldn't, no. It's just if it's kind of moving in reverse or forward by itself, you could trim that out.
Well, if you're a big fan of Titanic stuff, I mean, it's pretty realistic to it, but I think some of the colors are off.
A little bit of the colors, yeah. They probably couldn't get the actual Titanic licensing, I'm sure. That probably cost a little bit.
I don't know.
But on the box, I think it does say Titanic. It has somewhere over a 3000 milliamp nickel cadmium battery. It does come with a USB charge cable and a boat stand, a really nice boat stand. So if you wanted to put this on display proudly, you easily could with the included boat stand. Try not to fall in the lake here, but check that out. Would you care if I give it a shot, Abby?
That's fine.
Okay.
I hit that.
Yeah,
stick.
be careful through the... There's not much out there though. It's pretty clear out there.
Okay.
Not a bad boat.
Nate's at the controls
and
now.
Oh, there, the props chewed up the seaweed, so
nice.
I'm good.
We thought we were gonna have to bring it in because of the seaweed, but...
Now I will say, we didn't get a completely full charge on this because it's a nickel cadmium charging with USB, and I think we got 2 hours on the charger, but it probably came with a bit of a storage charge too, so I'm sure at this rate, this would run for a really long time.
Full throttle?
That's full throttle, Abby. I mean, I'm just cooking it. You ready
There's
for
no mysterious hidden button that'll make this thing book.
Well, I watched one other YouTuber, a friend of mine actually, that lives in another country. He did a video on this, and it was just as slow. I can see the lights.
Did the real boat have those cords going across the top?
I think so.
Really? I
but they
don't
weren't
remember
as
seeing
prominent.
them. Yeah, okay.
So on a smaller scale, you know, you would want that wire to be
way
even
tinier,
smaller, but they just couldn't do it.
I feel like it should have been like fishing wire or something.
That would work, but then you couldn't see it at all.
Yeah, I probably just want to take that off. I don't like that.
Do you like this boat though? I
No.
mean, as much as you love the Titanic.
It's pretty boring, guys.
Yeah.
I mean, this is as good as it gets.
Yeah, it is slow.
I mean, the concept is pretty fun, but other than that, that's all
You
this
know,
has got.
I'm surprised at how heavy it is. It's really weighted very good. Now, I know a guy, one of our viewers that lives in Michigan, you know who you are. I'll just say his first name, Scott. Scott probably is drooling over this, Abby. Not everybody wants a boat that goes 100 miles an hour, or like 30 miles an hour. Scott would probably have a good time with this. He'd come to the lake just like this and sit down and just drive. And you know what?
I wonder how many "Where's the sailboat" comments we're gonna get this week.
We're not going to acknowledge those comments right now. So the interesting thing is, this is the first boat for boat week, and sure enough, one of the first groups of people walking by wanted to stop and see it, and they asked a bunch of questions and loved it. So although you and I aren't super impressed, they have never been exposed to the boat world before, and this impressed them.
It's just fun.
It is fun. It is fun.
I know this isn't the best lighting, guys, right now.
It's okay. We're just cruising.
Yeah.
Having a good time with the slow little Titanic. We're trying a new spot out at the lake.
Yeah, we've never filmed here before.
No, and I think we're going to bring it in. This one does not have a self-righting feature. This is a full turn.
Is it iceberg resistant? Should we test that?
No. We all know how that ends. No. It's not a bad little boat.
I wonder if it's taking on any water. I would think it should not have any water inside.
It should not. It's not creating any wakes.
No.
It sits pretty level for the most part. It's not a bad boat. Look at all the detail. Let's get it in really close before I pull out of the water. And I just want you guys to see all the little lifeboats up top, right? It looks good. I think they did a good job adding some attention to detail. They did put the lights in there. The yellow stacks on top are probably the biggest turnoff for me. What do you think?
That's not realistic, right? They're stacks.
I can't remember. I don't think they were yellow.
I thought they were white and red, but off my memory, I cannot remember.
And you know what, Abby? This is kind of twisted too. If this were not twisted as much, this would have 3 wires going across like this.
Oh.
But because it's snapped in the back.
Well, you could take that off the back and fix it real fast.
Yeah.
So we just have it like hooked on.
Well, look,
right there.
inside the stacks, it's red lights.
Oh,
Do you
wow.
see
So it's like it's on fire.
that? Yeah,
Can you guys see
that's
that?
cool.
Can you tell?
Wow, I just realized
Yeah,
that.
those are lit up.
Each one. That's nice.
That's fun.
Yeah. And then there's a button on the front of the ship.
The red button.
One button. That's how we
Is
turn
it that
the
red
boat.
thing?
Yes. That's how you turn it on and off. And it's off. And then the battery.
What about, no, the lights are still on.
No, they're not.
Inside the stacks they are.
Nope. Nope, they are not on.
They look the same as what they did 2 seconds ago.
Let me show you.
Okay.
Okay. You see it in there?
Yeah.
And now they're red. You see that? And now they're off.
Oh, okay.
And now they're red.
I couldn't see those before.
Oh, okay. Oh, you were just looking at it glowing like that?
Yeah.
No, there's red in there. Can you see that?
I see that.
And now they're off.
Yeah.
And then the battery, you guys, it's a huge battery, but it's mounted in here under that Phillips screw, and it's a giant, it's over 3,000. It's either 3,200 or 3,800 milliamps, a big nickel cadmium, and it just charged via USB. There you have it though. I mean, that is the kickstart of Boat Week. Yes, the first Boat Week of 2020 on the RC Sailors. You know what? It does say Titanic right on the boat.
I told you it said Titanic.
Anchor right there. I say it looks pretty good.
It looks pretty close.
I'm not too.
I mean, especially like the. Oh, is that messed up? Is that a mistake?
Yeah, maybe just a little. Yeah, the paint.
I'm sorry. I should.
Oh no, you know what that is? I think they sealed it. I think that's some type of tape.
Okay.
That actually may come off.
Is the rear of the boat the aft?
I don't, let's not get into all
The
that.
stern? I should know this. But anyways, it looks really realistic in scale.
The shape of it.
To the real
And
thing.
I want you guys to see the rudder I was talking about. We actually have fully proportional rudder control. I mean, it's a small rudder, but it got the job done. If proportional means it's not all or nothing, you can turn it just a teeny tiny bit if you want to with the wheel. And then all 3 props just move at the same time. It does not have a water indicator, and you know what? We've already broken, it may have been broken and I didn't notice it, but one of our props here has 2
Well, I had the
legs.
most seaweed on it, so maybe it snapped.
Could have. And it did come with some spare props. The beginning of boat week, I had no idea that this boat would stop passerbys. They should have stuck around, as should you guys, because I can guarantee, I think everything else packed away in the car there for boat week is going to be much faster than this. Although, every time someone drives by, guess what? They slow down. They check out the Titanic. Maybe I'm just overlooking this. I never was one of the biggest movie fans of Titanic, but I know Abby is.
I love the Titanic.
Maybe you are too, and maybe this is your cup of tea. I think that I would enjoy, because our last name is Sailor, I love the idea of sitting this up somewhere. I have a few boats in the house on display. I think I'd rather sit this on display and say, yeah, that's an RC. It's really cool. We did a video of that rather than one that can't even touch water. So this may be taking the place of one of my boats. For that, I like it. Really can't complain too much about the price either. I'm telling you, it is the heaviest boat I've ever lifted. Have you held it?
I held it,
Very
yeah.
heavy. The good stuff will be linked in the description box below. Even though this was slow, I love the opportunities that we have to do this and share these moments with you guys, and for that, I thank God. I also thank our Patreon supporters, because without you guys, we couldn't do what we do. You guys are keeping these batteries charged for the Titanic, and guess what? Patreon support kept it afloat. This one didn't sink. Thank you guys very much. From the bottom of our hearts, you mean the world to us. Before you guys click away, I think we can probably find another boat, but it's been a while. We'll have that video popping up right about now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you there.
Bye.